The lower than expected inflation data on Tuesday and Wednesday, that is, I'm talking about the CPI and PPI, it has fastened the expectation for how soon the Fed will cut to it. You know, the move will make US dollar weak, like be very weak, because I think our Fed is doing strong yet before that. They might actually rate the interest rate if need be. But as we now saw the inflation data last week, the PPI and the CPI, which comes out lower than expectation, which will make them fasten the expectation for the rate cuts in the first quarter of next year. And then if you put the piece of puzzle together, we are saying that the bull run is coming next year. The aftermath effect of bull run is when the US dollar weak and you see the likes of BTC, Ethereum, and other altcoin keep pumping. So I think I'm dropping an update for you guys to know that next year will be a crypto bull run. So last week, I told you guys that this level has no reason to break for now. And then last week we did this analysis from here, and I told you guys that this level is a very strong level and the DSY will be weaker. And the lower below, after the drop of the CPI and then the PPI, we saw the DSY breaking this particular level and then fall massively, which means that all our prediction last week about the dollar PS are 100% right. So what next are we going to look at this moment? So in case you are just joining this YouTube channel, this is Ambafx, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I bring you the latest insight in the world of forex markets, where the individual currencies are going, and then according to my own analysis. So do well to click the subscription button, like, turn on the notification bell, and then subscribe to the channel. So the next thing we are looking at on the DSY is for it to come down to this level of 103,453 is the next line of action, because if you can zoom it further, you will see what I'm talking about here. And then on the contrary, we should invalidate this low right here, maybe before or after the rate cut next year. This low should be invalidated. I think market should come to break and then take out this fake out right here, this low right here that forms this particular high. So that's what I'm looking at. Then it means that we'll have a US dollar weakness for a very long time. So let's see how it goes at that particular area. But yeah, we might actually see a bounce at this area, and then maybe probably to retest that level before we see a rejection at them. But for now, we are looking at how markets react to this level after this massive fall. After a fall like this, we should see some retracement coming back to play out before maybe the further downside movement. But before we go to the economic activities, so let's show you how we've been doing in the Telegram channel so far. So the link is in the description box. You can join the Telegram channel. I'm not charging money for dropping free signal in the Telegram channel. In fact, I've put my premium channel on hold now, so I want to be dropping free signal, and then where I will be entering my trade and then where I'll be exiting. So I think I stopped posting in my premium channel last month, so that everybody will focus on the free channel right now, so that a lot of people can make money and then be happy. So let's check how we've been doing so far. So last week, and you can see November 13th, that's Monday. So I dropped USD Swiss franc analysis, USD card, as you can see this profit right here. So after then I dropped the GBP USD that I dropped before, and told the guys to take some profit at this area, and I dropped USD Swiss franc too. So as you can see USD Swiss franc, it fell massively last week, and then see GBP USD, it's our target. That is almost like 200 to 300 pips right there. So as you can see, most of our signals went through, and then a lot of people make money from it. And then you can see the last signal. This is the last signal that I dropped. Euro card. I don't think we have a losing trade last week, so we have 0 losing trade, and then I think 5 to 6 trade each TP last week. So the last signal that I dropped, the Euro card we bought from here, and then you can see the trade ETP at this particular area, and then we make money from it. And then so that's that about that. There's another thing I want to show you guys. What I want to show you guys, how you can actually make money without be an active participant in the market, like opening chart every day and then seeing maybe confusing about what to trade. So you can actually put your money in the bot, and then the bot is safe, but you have to know that any money you want to actually invest in any bot is not something you want to put your life saving on. So you know that it's at your own risk. But I'm using my FS book for the track record. So as you can see, it has made 90%. That is let's say if you have $1,000 now, you'll have like $900 profit. But this is in 4 months. Please, is in 4 months, because we actually do it we actually make it risk management. How can I say it? We actually incur risk management to this particular bot. So this is 90%, and then as you can see, we have 74 percentage win and 26 percentage loss. So I connect these since August. So in August we have 27% in August. September it make 16%, October 19%, and this November it makes 7%, because we have a lot of economic activities this month, and it affects the performance of the bot. So but that does not mean that it's not making money. It's making money every day, but the money is making is low because it has to take the economic activities into consideration before it take any trade, so that it will save the account and not blow the account. So actually it makes 7% in November for now. So let's see, maybe it might actually make like 14% before the end of this month. So that is that about the bot. So if you want to connect or buy the full license, you can actually reach me on Twitter. The link is in the description box. So that's about that. So let's go to the business of today. Last week we saw the CPI coming out lower than expected. On Wednesday we have the PPI coming out as mixed results, whereby we have the core PPI lower than expected, retail sales it comes out better than expected. So after that we now see the core retail sales coming out better than expected. So after that we now see the retail sales coming out better than expected. That is on Wednesday. On Thursday we have the employment change coming out better than expected, and the unemployment rate unchanged. So that is that about that. And pounds retail sales come out lower than expectation. We're looking at next week. What is the economic activities that we have next week? Next week too will be a very busy week, where we'll have the likes of the Canadian dollar CPI. We have the monetary policy meeting in the Australian dollar. We have the pounds monetary policy report. That is a meeting actually. We have the USD unemployment claim on Wednesday. We have the Euro flash manufacturing PMI and the French flash service PMI, German flash service flash manufacturing PMI. As you can see, we have 3 countries that are controlling this Euro. That is from the French, from the German, and then from even from the Italy. Yeah, so that is it. So, and then the next thing we have on Thursday, we have the pounds flash manufacturing PMI too on Thursday, and then on Friday we have the US dollar flash manufacturing PMI. So next week too will be a busy week. So let's see how it goes next week. So the report of this news will make us know the direction of where the price is going. But for now, let's trade what we see in the chart. Let's trade what we actually see technically. So let's go to the business of today. So as you can see, as I said before, we might have DSY coming down to this particular area, and then eventually it will actually break this back to 102.090. That's what I'm actually looking at for US dollar to come to this level. But this level is very strong. Don't fade it. This level is very, very strong, as you can see. We have a breakout here, so market can just come, will test, and then form probably a retracement. Then we'll have a break to the downside. So all of these things are not at is you that is looking for what is not lost. So you just need to see how market react to some level, and then take your trade according to that and according to your own analysis. So the first pair I want to check out is today is our gold. So where is the next direction of gold? And I think last week I told us that gold is going to sell from here down to this particular area, but here it found support at this particular area, which actually pushed the price up to this level. So what is the next move now? So we need to, let's clear this drawing and go to the weekly time frame. So the next move on gold that I can figure out is to the upside to this particular uh resistance level, and this is the safe zone right here. This particular area is the safe zone. If price go below it, I won't be looking for a buy setup at this particular area. But for now, what I'm looking at for now is for a buy setup in gold back to this particular area. As you can see what I'm doing on the chart now, saying that I'm looking for a buying opportunity on gold. So let's go to the 4-hour time frame and see how the price reacts to that particular area. So this is my safe zone right here. As you can see, looking for price to come down to this area, and then as you can see, if price finds support at this area, then I'll be looking to take my buy position and take my profit at 2000 and then 281 on gold. But if I now see gold price drop below 1971, then I might be looking to take a sell position at that particular area. But if market stay above 1971 at this particular area, because this is my safe zone, I won't even lie, and if we have a rejection and price closes above this level, I might be looking for a buy setup. And the geopolitical tension is still very much around. So, and this US dollars inflation that comes out negative too will be one of the um factors we'll be considering to even buy gold at this particular area. So let's see how it goes here, and then let's see how price reacts to this particular. But right now, as you can see, seeing something like a head and shoulder, this is the break of the neckline, and the price may just come and retest, and then you see. So let's see how price reacts to that particular area. So more updates will be given on that next week, but this is where I'll be taking my buy position. And the next pair you want to check is pounds US dollar. This one is non-negotiable. Price will hit this resistance area at this area or this particular area, but it now left for price to know how it will react to that particular. But for me, price might actually come here, because last week I talked about here we take our buy from here. I said the variable US dollar we buy from here, and as you can see, it buy massively to it, even past our this first target I set here, even past our target, and then come back to this particular area. So you can see we have a very strong precision in the market. So the next move should be after this retracement right here. After this retracement, the next move should be this particular area. So I'm expecting it to touch down to 1.25191. So this level right here. So let me adjust the line very well so that it won't look confusing. So this level, so you might actually see when price hits this level and it might bounce back. The reason being that if you check the DSY, let's go back to DSY. What I'm looking at on DSY is for price to hit this level too, and then maybe bounce back or play around this level, then come to retest, then maybe fall, if you put the fundamental to the technical, which means that the US might actually cut their interest rate in the first quarter of next year. And if they cut their interest rate, all this support level will be weak and price DSY will fall massively, dollar will fall massively, and you see the likes of JPY USD going shooting up to the upside. So that's what I'm looking at right there. So if you put the piece of puzzle that okay, you might have the US dollar coming to this level and they bounce to these pounds right here, that you might see a move back to this level, and then probably you might see maybe a retracement back to this level, and before we have a bullish setup at that particular area. But I'll be looking and waiting if price, because I already take a buy here on Friday, so I'm leaving the trade over the weekend, and this is where my take profit is. So if price come here, I'll be looking at how price reacts to this place. Maybe it break this area and then probably go to the next resistance area, or we have a bounce back at that particular area, creating a double top. So in anything you do, look at how price reacts to this area. So if we have a bounce back at this area, so be looking for this as a first take profit, and if not, this as second take profit. And if you take your profit here, you know that it's creating a new high. So actually a new high has been created, but this is let's say this higher high. So higher low might actually be created at this particular area before another leg up. So let's see how price reacts to that particular area, and then lo and behold, price might actually break this area and continue to move to the upside. So watch all those levels. So if price gets here, I'll be looking to take a sell position here and then here and take my profit at that particular level. And on the euro US dollar too, I talked about it that price will first come here and will shoot up, first take profit, and this is our second take profit. Our second take profit will soon be it. So what is the next level after this? So I'm expecting price to slow down from here back to this particular area. So let's even use the weekly time frame to know what is going on at that price level. So let's eliminate this and then use the weekly time frame. So what you should look for right here? So what you should look for right here is for a retracement. As you can see, you should look for a retracement at this particular area. So, and where are you looking out for that retracement? This is a very strong bullish momentum candlestick, and then you might actually see retracement coming back in after this strong bullish move. An example is if you see this one, price breakthrough it and then did a retracement. This one to price breakthrough and did the retracement. So anytime you see a long momentum candlestick like this, don't think another long momentum candlestick might precede it. It might not. We might see a weekly candle close next week as a bearish and then another one as bullish, like what happened at this particular area. So you have to watch you need to watch the candlestick behavior of the market. So right now we might see maybe next week candle break above it and come to do a retracement, then we might see maybe other week candlestick breaking this particular high right here. So that's what I'm looking at. So let's go to the daily time frame and then see where we'll be looking for entry at this area. So entry might actually be here. So I'm actually waiting for price to come here to retrace back to this particular area. That is what I'm looking out for on the euro US dollar. You know, this area is a very strong area that price might actually come to, and then we'll see a break to the upside. So first of all, the daily candle close on Monday might come here, and if on Monday we have a break of this level, another thing I wanted to look at is that if on Monday we have a break of this level, I won't be hesitant to look for a bullish setup back to 1.10616, and if that level break, this is where I'll be looking for the next level right there. But if there is a rejection in the candle close on Monday, because I might not actually trade on Monday, I want to see how price react to this level before I take my trade on Tuesday. So how price react to this particular level. So if there is a rejection in the Monday candle close and it's bearish, then I will be selling Euro USD back to this particular level before we go for a buying opportunity on that pair. So next pair I want to take is USD Swiss franc. Last week I dropped the signal and you see boom, it hit our TP. So where is the next level we are looking at this area right there? Where we are looking at is for more bearish setup, bearish for more move to the downside. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Actually, you're looking for more moves to the downside in the US dollar Swiss franc, and then which, as you can see, price might come down to this place. As you can see, the Swiss franc is very, very strong. If you check the Swiss franc JPY, you see that Swiss franc is very, very strong. So this way I'll be looking to take myself setup right here, because this level is a very strong resistance level. As you can see, price I was unable to break it. We have this first move and the second move in the daily time frame, and then you see the third one rejects massively. So what are we looking at here is that if you check the 4-hour time frame, see that price might actually come back to retest this area. If price come to retest this area, I'm looking for a sell setup to 0.87717. If that level break, I'm looking for a sell setup to 0.85699. So that's what I'm looking at on US dollar Swiss franc. The next one we want to take is US dollar Canadian dollar. Yeah, I think last week too I dropped a sell on US dollar Canadian dollar from this price level, and it dropped massively. And if you check the weekly forex forecast, I actually told you guys that I'll be selling if price stay below this area, and you can see it dropped from 1.38 to 1.36. So that is almost 200 pips drop from this area to this area. So what are we looking at next? We are looking for the price to come back to this level. I might be taking a bias back to this high at this very support level. So that's what I'm looking at. So let's see how price reacts to this area, because if price stays here, I won't be taking any trade. So I'll wait for price to come here, form a rejection, then I'll buy, because if you check the whole bias of this pair is to the upside. So, and then the trend line serves at the support level right there, which price reject so many times. So if price stay above, if price stay in this range, I won't take any decision right there. So I'll be looking for price to come back to this level. It's a support level, and then and if price goes above it didn't come here, I'll be looking to take a bias position at that level on US dollar card. So you need to trade what you actually see. On the US dollar JPY, I told you guys that I won't be taking any trade on US dollar JPY if we don't have it for below 150 level. And you can see on Friday, I think Thursday and Friday, the US dollar JPY falls below the 150 level, and that is a very good opportunity for us to look for a sell setup in the US dollar JPY next week. So if you look at the weekly forex forecast, if you look at the weekly time frame, so what I wanted to look at here is that, as you can see, this level is a very strong level, and price reject at this level, and it closed weekly as a bearish candlestick. So that's first thing I want to look at right there. And then in the daily time frame, you can see that we have series of rejection of the daily time frame here, and then this is a double top right there, so which means that this top is very, very strong. We have a rejection, and another candle closes bearish there. And then using the trend line, you see that the price broke through the trend line to the downside, which means that the sell might actually be valid at that area. So what am I looking at in the 4-hour time frame? If price stay below this 1518 something, and then price still stay below 150306, I'll be looking to take a sell setup on US dollar JPY back to this first level, or back to this second level right there. So that's what I'm looking at on the US dollar JPY. So you might actually see price coming back to retest this area, and then we'll look for a sell setup back to 147438 and back to 144571. So investors actually said that US dollar JPY might actually be back to that the JPY might actually be back to 144 against the US dollar. So let's see how price react to this area. This for 147, and the second is 144. So let's see how price reacts to all those area. So my next pair I want to check is as in the USD. So for me, I'm looking for a sell setup at this very strong resistance level, and then back to this level before we can see a buy at this strong support level. So I'll be looking at how price reacts to this area on Monday, and if we have a break of this structure, then I'll be looking for a buy setup to break this and then to the upside on it. So just look at how price reacts to this level. If price close below this level in 4-hour time frame, then I will be selling and taking my profit at 0.59173. So the next pair you want to check is pounds AUD. So I took a loss on this pound AUD on Friday. Yeah, I took a L personally. I didn't drop this trade, but I traded personally and I took a loss. And one of the reasons I took this trade is that when price break through this level, so I'm looking for price to break through this level, and price break through this level, and then in 4-hour time frame, it creates a bullish engulfing candle, which makes me enter. And another thing is that after the drop, I think they dropped the retail sales. So is that news that make all this candlestick formation, the bearish candlestick. So after the retail sales drop right there, we see the move to the downside in the AUD, which later hit my SL at this particular level. No, I closed at this particular level. After it didn't even hit my SL. I closed here. I caught my loss at this level. So that is on Friday. So what are we now looking at next on this particular pair? So I'm still looking for a bullish setup, but if price break through this area again, don't look for a bullish setup at this area. It's not advisable. Watch out how price react to it. If price break through to this level, if price break this particular level to the upside, then you should look for a bullish setup back to 1.93045. But here what you should be looking at is to wait. Yeah, is to wait, because most of the time you make money in waiting. So here you wait for price to break above this level, then you buy, or you wait for it to break below this particular level, and then you do what you sell right there. So fast forward to my favorite pairs, which is the Canadian dollar JPY. On Canadian dollar JPY, I'm looking for a sell setup on Canadian dollar JPY. So if you look at the weekly time frame, you can see that same as the US dollar JPY, price close below this level, this strong level. No price come here from this high, couldn't break this September high, from its own lower high at this particular area, and then drop. So which drop back to this level, and then which drop to the low of June, as you can see this resistance level right there, which price break and then break back to. So what are we looking at here? On the weekly time frame, I'm looking for a sell setup on the Canadian dollar JPY for price to come retest this area and drop back to 107,550. This is exactly what I'm looking at here. So if I see a probably a 4-hour candle close on Monday, maybe 2 4-hour candle close, closing bearish on Monday, or coming to retest this area and reject, then I'll be looking for a sell setup to 107,550. And if that level break, I'll be looking for a sell setup back to 104,213. So that is my analysis on it. And the next pair you want to check is SND JPY. Checking the weekly time frame, you see that the SND JPY closes below this level. It didn't close above it, so it's which means that sellers are in control at this particular area. Sellers are hijack price from the buyers, and then we are coming lower at that particular area. So let's see how price reacts to that particular level. So yeah, I'm looking for price to just break this level, and then looking for price to reject to the downside. So using the 4-hour time frame, as you can see, is very obvious right here. So in the 4-hour time frame is obvious. So if price break above this level, I won't be looking for a sell bias. But if price rejects this level, I'll be looking for a sell setup to 86,500. So let's see how price reacts to all this level I'm talking about. So yeah, if price break above it, I won't be looking to sell. I might be looking for a buy setup. If price stay below this area, then I will be looking for a sell setup up to 8,500. Let's just say 8,500. So that is that about the SND JPY, and we have SND Swiss franc here, and then I'm looking for a buy setup in the SND Swiss franc. As price come here, we have a retracement, this, and then I'm actually waiting for price to come back to this high. If it wants to retest it and break this high back to 0.5466. So yeah, there's something we call double bottom at this particular area. So let's see how price reacts to this. But if price break below it, then I won't be in a buy bias again. So I'll change my bias. And on AUD Swiss franc, I think I am in this trade. I enter from this area, and then this is where my stop loss is. So this is where I entered the trade. It's come back here, retest, then push up. So still looking for price to come back to this high, 0.58583. And if this area break, I'm waiting for price to come to 0.59183. But if it come below this area, it means that my stop loss has been hit, and then I might actually look for a bearish setup back to this particular. So you just have to look at what market is doing and react based on what market is doing, not based on what you think. So another thing I want to look at here is that the price have actually break this this year. So which means that there's high probability that I will see this up move back to this particular area. So let's see how price goes. And the last pair I want to take today is pounds CHF. So on pounds CHF too, probably we might see a weakness coming back into the CHF next week, but it might actually be a sign of retracement though. It might actually be a retracement because the CHF is strong since the last 2-3 weeks. So but let's see how it goes right here. Actually waiting for price to, we have a range market here, so probably you should see a move to 1.11256. so here on pounds CHF, I'm buying because see the move here. So price might actually come back to hit this resistance. But if price now come below this area, it means that our buy has been validated. So this is a straight buy, probably on Monday, and this might actually be it's not up to 1:2, so you have to take it like that. So your stop loss should be below this this low, as you can see. So that's where your stop loss is. So if this low invalidated, it means that your stop loss, this trade has been invalidated too. So 1:1.8. so let's see how it goes right there. So that's where I'm looking at on Swiss franc CHF. So if you watch to this level, congratulations, and then don't forget to click like, drop your opinion in the comment section about the individual currency you just watch. If it's not in line with my bias, so your own opinion too is very, very welcome, because in this trade we are all here to learn. We are all students of the market, so nobody's perfect on trading. So we are a student of the market. So your opinion is welcome in the comment section, and then I won't fight you for your opinion and all those stuffs like that. Do well to subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget that you have to put money in the bot for you to actually be generating money every week, every month, and then probably every quarter. So this is the weekly forex forecast. See you next week. Have a profitable trading week, and don't forget to backtest, journal your trade, and have a profitable trading. Now don't forget to trade safely.